The Arabian Mau is a breed recognized only for a while. These cats will never get a title, more than they can count on this qualification with systematization. It originated in the Persian Gulf. In the countries of the Middle East, it is considered aboriginal. However, in 2008, the breed standard was adopted. It is a large cat, with a very muscular body and not a small body structure. The legs of Arabian Mau are tall and long, with round paws close to oval. The tail of cats tapers to the tip. The length is not large and not small, rather middle. The large and as if located on the side of the ears rises on the round head. Round it only seams. The length nevertheless exceeds width. The profile of the cat of the Arabian Mau breed seems to be curved, the chin is clearly distinguished, and the moustache pads are also prominent, eyes oval in shape, color corresponding to color. Tightly adherent to the body, especially in adults, should not be too silky. There is no undercoat in the breed, so that the skin can be grasped firmly. The silk texture is only possible in young cats. The color of the Arabian Mau is varied. It can be pure white, without giving yellow, outwardly creating an image of purest whiteness, can be absolutely black, without any stains resembling rust. Playing with such color the skin looks clean and silky. It can be black and white, with pronounced spots, whether they are white or black. The fur coat certainly resembles silk. Certainly as an aboriginal breed is most often brown, with a quite typical representation of the pattern for Asia. Cats also can be grey with an explicit tabby pattern. Characteristics of character and behavior. The Arabian Mau is a freedom-loving animal that does not tolerate restrictions, and it's all about his wild roots, from the whole family. This cat will choose its own master, which will match its temperament and have similar habits. With the rest of the residents of the house, she will be no less affectionate. No one will remain without her attention and warmth. Arabian Mau love children and will be happy to participate in their games. However, liberties and familiarity will not tolerate. For this reason, babies need to explain in advance that this is not a toy, but a live cat that can release sharp claws. To old age, the animal becomes more compliant and calm. This pet is smart enough. When communicating with him, it seems that he understands everything. With the Arabian Mau you can take walks. However, be prepared for the fact that he will certainly want to climb on some high ground. The wild blood of his ancestors makes himself known. History. The Arabian Mau appeared more than 1,000 years ago in the countries of the Middle East and is one of the few breeds not derived by man, but by nature. The largest population of this animal is observed in the UAE, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. These cats were originally absolutely wild animals, self-surviving in the harsh deserts. Because they were not striving to start a rhinestone as a pet when they gradually moved to big and small towns in search of food, water, and also a stable shelter. Considering them wild, no one dared to tame them, except for Petra Muller. This woman sheltered 50 Arabian Mau, nurtured them and tamed, lover of this unusual breed. Peter bred and studied these cats and as a result passed her studies to the World Cat Association. In 2008, after many tests and examinations, the breed standard was approved. And from the beginning of 2009 these cats had the opportunity to take part in various exhibitions. Description of the breed. The Arabian Mau has a rather remarkable appearance, large muscular body with a powerful structure, hind legs are longer than forelimb, paws are oval, the head is rounded, elongated in length, the profile is curved, on the muzzle the pads of moustache and chin are pronounced, spout small, triangular in shape, ears are large, long and straight, the eyes are oval. Often of the same color as the color of the coat. Wool is dense, without undercoat in adult individuals, and the kittens have a touch of silky fur. The tail is of medium length, tapering to the tip. Color of these cats is very diverse, white, black, brown, with spots or stripes of different colors. Care is quite simple. It is important to feed, comb, cut off the claws and drive to the vet. However, since this is originally a wild cat that has been tamed, the Arabian Mau requires constant movement and freedom, so you need to walk with it. In the house you live or the apartment does not matter. In the store you can buy a special leash for walking with cats and take out your pet, since otherwise he may have excess energy. You have to play with the cat every day, so that it is not boring. Since the cat gets along easily with the children, it is possible to entrust this occupation to them. Care for the Mau through the fact that the breed was not bred by man. The Arabian Mouse have very good health and a strong physique, so frequent walks, running, jumping will only benefit him. But this does not mean that you do not need to vaccinate it to keep it locked up. He is an animal of nature. He needs walks. He also needs a regular examination with a doctor and timely vaccinations against various diseases. In this case, the immunity of the animal will not be weakened. Cats of the Arabian Mau breed are almost never crossed, since they do not like it and it's really difficult to implement. Litter is usually 3 to 6 kittens, which from the first days require constant care and for which it is important to follow constantly. Food. The Arabian Mau is not picky in food, but natural food loves more purchased feeds. Therefore, it is better to give preference to them. However, if this is not possible, you can give dry or wet food, but at the same time observe the correct amount of food so that the pet does not get fat, and also observe the balancing of useful vitamins and minerals. Despite the high level of health, a cat should not be fed. The higher the weight, the greater the threat of joint or heart disease, but also on hungry rations it is not necessary to hold. Balance in nutrition and timely feeding 2 times a day plays a key role here. Features. Arabian Mau is considered one of the most resistant to heat breeds of cats. This is because they have lived in the desert for a long time, and have learned to adapt to high temperatures. To the characteristics of the breed can be attributed love to the heights. Do not be surprised if your pet is on the cornice or high cabinet. This is normal for the Arabian Mau, afraid for the fact that it is dangerous. There is practically no sense, after all. Firstly, the cat will still look for high points in the house and climb them, and secondly, these are strong and nature-grown cats tempered by the harsh nature. Because the cornice or tree is not terrible to him, they have good coordination and the probability of falling from a height in that case is extremely small. Price. Arabian Mau. How much is the kitten of the Arabian Mau? Since the breed is very young and not numerous, then in the purchase of a kitten there are great difficulties. There are no kennel breeding nurseries on the territory of the Russian Federation, Ukraine, Belarus. One of the nurseries is located in Dubai and has more than 100 individuals. Currently, nowhere else, except in the Arab states, is this breed being picked up and cultivated. Accordingly, delivery and transportation will necessarily go into the cost of buying a kitten. Also affect the price, class, sex, the availability of a pedigree. In total, the amount will be from $1,000. Description of the breed. Representatives of the Arabian Mau are of medium size. Their weight reaches 4 to 8 kilograms, while the males are much larger than females. In appearance it is a graceful cat with long limbs and an elongated trunk. The body is muscular, the tail is of medium length and tapers to the tip. The head is round with pronounced pads for vibrancy. Profile curved with protruding chin. Huge ears have rounded edges, widely spaced, turned to the side, tips slightly lower downwards. Oval and larger eyes can be of any color. While there is no dependence of their hue on the color of the coat, as in other breeds, the most common are cats with green eyes. The coat is short without an undercoat, very tough to the touch. Coloring can be any, but red with white splashes prevails. Mackerel stains. In addition, there are advantages of the breed. Simple to care. Cats are able to take care of their appearance. little molts and a hypoallergenic, perfect health, which allows owners not to worry about unintended medical expenses. A quiet voice will remain calm in the house, as the pet will not disturb the owners with undesirable meowing, especially at night. The breed does not require increased attention, which is suitable for busy people. At the same time, do not forget to give your pet at least half an hour a day, satisfying the natural needs for communication and active games. The Arabian Mau is an excellent companion, perfectly suited with children older than 6 years. Interesting facts: in Turkey, the cats of the Arabian Mau are a natural disaster. The number of homeless animals is so high that the government seriously worried about the epidemiological welfare of the population. Street pets are a natural reservoir of rabies and toxoplasmosis. At first, the tramps were physically destroyed, after numerous protests by cats organizations, as well as ordinary citizens whose pets were subjected to accidental repression. It was decided to regulate the number of animals by sterilizing, vaccinating and returning them to their natural habitat. In turn, owners of pets were obliged to chip the cats and register with the appropriate authorities. A significant role in the refusal to exterminate homeless cats was played by rats. Their rapid reproduction in the absence of natural enemies posed a considerable threat to the life and health of both local residents and tourists.